was it 800 employees, but we were cutting 1,500 checks. Where were these checks going? And that's information we're finding out now. So there's so much, things that keep us up at night, and we need to bring it out. But again, I always stick to, I asked for forensic audit when I first got on this board because I've seen things that just did not gel with me. We were approving, the amount for payroll every 2 weeks that comes before us. I was saying that there's stuff that we're not approving. Where's the federal deductibles that we also are responsible to approve, and that was not part of the payroll. And once I brought light to that, I didn't know. But when you receive a salary of $115,000 or more, you should know, and there's no excuse to say you don't know.
Well, what can this community, what can the first district do in being proactive and creating change to get buildings like Nobel either sold, demolished, or whatever needs to be done? What steps can we take as a community?
To me, I think in the past we've had the law firm handling the sale of the properties. They're criminal and civil attorneys. They're not real estate attorneys. We need someone that knows real estate to be able to come to us and have discussions like this in the community, saying what do we want to see with that building. And I applaud the young lady that came up at the Miller Committee meeting at what was it? Marquette Park. They said, hey, we'll come and do it for free. And there's a lot of community groups that have came up to do that, and we welcome those groups in because that helps us. Because right now, again, as you mentioned, we financially cannot keep buying the board and material. Because right now, I did a walkthrough of Ivanhoe 2 weeks ago, and I was just so appalling of our own community people that go into these buildings and scrap them. And if you walk in those buildings, you ever worked in the district, and my little brother went to Ivanhoe, so I know how it was when I walked him to school, and just walking in there and see how the roof is caving in and how it looks good on the outside, but you walk in those buildings, it's just a train wreck. At an elementary school, I drive past 15th Avenue when I'm coming home to the Miller area. You look behind there, you can see how the windows are caving in. It's just community people. You have a lot of people that won't report certain things, and we just have to have probably analysis. And I talked to Chief McKinley about having a line where people can just call in and report when they see vandals. 3 of our recently closed buildings, and that's Brunswick, Wallace, and Webster. That was the other school, Webster. I recommend to the superintendent as well as Jack Mother, we need to cut the power back on in these buildings to at least power the alarm system. Those 3 buildings are sellable. The other buildings, I don't know who will buy it, but as a person that want to build it, I wouldn't buy those buildings because the upkeep will have you have to demolish some of these buildings before you do anything with the property. But Webster, Brunswick, and Wallace is still sellable. So we need to put an alarm system on them before they start looking like the other buildings around us, and we don't want that for our community. We can do something with the limited resource we have, but it also takes the community. And I would say we're the Gary Community School Corporation, keyword community, and we all come together, and that's been an issue in the school corporation, in the city. I even said this to the mayor, that we have been, and excuse my definition here, been like a dog urinating on a fire hydrant. We've been so territorial.